Hello, everyone. Welcome to this Energy Quick Chat where we rub minds with stakeholders and players in the energy markets. Now, clean cooking has been declared a critical priority in Africa, which is why at this year's first ever Clean Cooking Summit in Paris, the International Energy Agency announced the commitment of 2.2 billion US dollars in public and private sector funding, financing and investment for clean cooking for the continent. However, more needs to be done in order to generate new funds to help meet the $4.4 billion a year capital investment required between now and 2030. My guest today is Engineer Madrin Maina, Director for Africa at Sistema Bio. Thanks for joining us here on Energy Frontiers, Madrin.
Thank you, Justina, for having me, and I'll be glad to go through these topics with you.
So let's get right into it. Now, looking at these funds that was mobilized by the IEA, is it enough to significantly impact achieving clean cooking access in Africa?
Thank you, Justina, for that question. The $2.2 billion was very good and welcome news to the players in the clean cooking sector, and especially because of the benefits the end users would have across the continent of Africa. It's quite a notable and significant amount that will have a great impact, but this is only based on how the funds can be properly allocated and utilized in order to support the range of interventions. And this includes technology development, could be research or improvement on existing technology, distribution network. How are we going to reach all the households that need this intervention across Africa? Subsidies that may be needed as well to drive affordability, and most importantly as well is the public awareness campaign. To take up new technologies, a lot of awareness creation is required. For this amount, the 2.2 billion, it also requires a very well thought out definition of the scope of the problem. A lot of the households in Africa, they are currently transitioning from using charcoal, wood fuel, or biomass towards clean cooking solutions like biogas, electricity, or liquid stove. And this is the area where I mentioned a lot of investment is required in the research, infrastructure development, technology, and behavior change as well.
Now, what key issues should African countries address to attract more financing for clean cooking initiatives?
Getting this funding as the continent of Africa, as I mentioned, is quite significant. It will have a big impact even as we drive towards the $4 billion. But are we prepared? What structures do we have in place to get 100% full benefits of this impact? First, we need to work on policy and regulatory frameworks for the clean cooking sector. We have the framework, whether it's in standards or in quality or even in the finance market. We do not have mature and well-developed policy and regulatory framework, and we need to have that in place to give investors confidence in investing in this new technology, and also for the finance markets to think about how can we approach subsidies or even financing of clean cooking solutions. I mentioned awareness campaign in the previous question. Awareness and educating the population about the benefits of clean cooking. And it's not just the health benefits because it's a clean cooking fuel, but there are also environmental risks that are attached to using non-renewable sources of energy and non-clean cooking energy sources with the tradition of cooking, and this will also foster demand. So that's now the people that will drive the uptake by demanding more from the players in the clean cooking sector. It's still a young sector, really, that requires a lot of research, market development. How do we create proper distribution channels, supply chains, financing mechanisms, and how can all these be adapted to local context? Because we are providing solutions to the people in the communities, in the villages, and what they need are contextualized local solutions. I talked about having the finance institutions coming in as well to tailor-make approach and grant and concession loans. And this is not something that can be done without partnership and collaboration with government, NGOs, international organizations, and even what we call CBAs or community-based organizations. So those are the things we need to prepare for. Just getting the funding is not the end to the problem, it's the beginning to the solutions that we are looking for.
So how can clean cooking solutions be made more affordable for African households?
That's a good question. And at Sistema, we've been in this industry for over 12 years now. And some of these things we've learned because of the work we've done, the experience, and some we've learned basically from market behavior. To make clean cooking solutions affordable to African households, first and foremost, what we need is subsidies and financial incentives. You'll find that most organizations do not have financial vehicles that are tailored towards clean cooking, and in most cases, the organizations offering the solutions are the ones who have to get into the financing piece of the end user. So it would be good to have subsidies and financial incentives to the end user, so that is affordable to the lower income households. Banks, microfinance, and other financial institutions should also be able to extend loans tailored to cooking that are different from the common loans or financing solutions that are available in the market. I spoke about local adoption of contextualization. So make it more affordable it would be good to promote local production, and if this is driven with subsidies that could be given to manufacturing companies that are specifically doing local production, it would lower the cost, and this can be affordable now to the household.
What new strategies do you think can be deployed to encourage faster adoption of clean cooking solutions on the continent?
We have the process based. This could be if we want to attract more green funding or climate facing financing, like the clean cooking adoption. First, we need to have transparent governance and accountability as well, because once we receive the funding, how we have to be accountable, not just to the funders, but we have to be accountable to end users and the communities as well with the solutions that we are giving to them. There has to be robust monitoring and evaluation to make sure that the impact of the programs or the work that we are doing, we have data to show that this is the impact we've had in the last 82 years, and this is what we project could happen in the next 10 to 20 years. But most important of all as well is stakeholder engagement. From my experience being in this sector for over 6 years, how we involve the local community as well, the government, non-government organizations, in the decision-making contextualization to the solutions that we are offering, that is actually one of the most important driving factors when we want to increase uptake of skills.
Right. Thank you so much, Engineer Madrin Maina, Director for Africa at Sistema Bio. Thank you for sharing those insights with us, and well done to you you all at Sistema Bio on the work you're doing across Africa.
And thank you for having me. I'm happy. I'm looking forward to reaching more of our Africa farmers and small households across Africa. And we are coming to Nigeria very soon.
That's right. And we're looking forward to having conversations with you as well as you come into Nigeria for those projects. And we look forward to that. Thank you so much. And that's it on our Energy Quick Chat. Thank you everyone for taking time to watch. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe to see more videos like this and follow Africa Reports across all our social media handles. Bye for now.